I'm Jill Wellington, and I'm going to show you how to move things around in your photos to make your photos prettier. Now, some people will say if I move this flower over here or over here, that's cheating. But I think that is crazy because I'm trying to create something that pleases me aesthetically. Now, if you're doing photojournalism, of course, it's unethical to change something like this, but hey, I'm trying to create art, and you can do anything you want when you're creating art. So let's go ahead and add some more roses to this garden. This is really a pretty setting, but I want more roses. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to pick my quick selection tool and click on that. And oops, there it goes. And I just have to go up here to these two little brushes right here at the top, and one has a plus sign and one has a minus sign. You want to make sure it's on the plus sign because we're going to be trying to get this rose and we want to be on the inside of the rose. I just clicked on it and it automatically found this all the pink in here. That's because it has a lot of green around it. So now we're going to want to move this rose. So what we do is we click on Control J, and what that did was it copied only what was inside the marching ants, and you can see the layer right here. It's all transparent except for the little rose up here, and we're going to move that. Go up here to your move tool and click on this, and now go back to the rose. You'll see there's a little box around it. Click in the middle, and now you can move it anywhere you want. Let's go ahead and put it here. The great part about this is now I can resize it so that the rose looks a little bit different. So let's put it up here, and we'll go ahead and apply that. I like it. It might look a little stiff around the edges, so let's blur it just a tad. Let's go to our blur tool. If you don't see this little drop, right click and find your blur tool here. Click on that. And we're going to have the strength at 50%. And now just draw around the edge of that to blur it, and that'll blend it in a lot better. Isn't that fun? Let's go ahead and move this rose. So we go ahead and put it back on background. We go up, grab our quick selection tool, and we're going to go around the edge here. And let's say you got a little green in there, and that happens all the time. Just go back up here to your negative brush, and anything on the outside of the marching ants, now you can push that back. So that's how you can really get a good edge on there. I'm going to go back to my positive. Now we're going to, we're going to Control J, because we're copying whatever's on the inside of the marching ants, and it's here in our layer palette. Go up to your move tool, and we're going to move this down. And another thing that's great about this is now I can turn this any way I want so that it's a little different angle, so it looks more realistic, like this is a totally different rose from this one. Go ahead and apply that, and I'm going to go around it once again with my blur tool at 50%. But isn't this easy and quick, and looks like there's a lot more roses. Once again, go back, click on background, click on your quick selection tool, and let's go ahead and grab this one and Control J up to your move tool, and let's move this guy. That's such a noticeable rose, and I'm going to go ahead and make that smaller and turn it. We can grab it like this. Put that up here. Stretch it out however you want. Makes it look different, doesn't it? Go around it with my blur tool again. And you can have fun. You can fill all this in. Look at what else we can do. Let's put it back on background. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that rose because that's a pretty one. And Control J, move. Now let's put this rose in her hair. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Now let's go ahead and use the blur tool. So we've really added a lot of fun with this. Let's go ahead and take these all out of there. This is how it looked before. We just added a lot more punch. A lot more flowers. That's so pretty. Now here's another way that you can move things around. This is a picture of my son and daughter, and there's some pretty bluish flowers back in the background, but not enough. I want more. So in this case, because there's not a definite flower, I'm going to use the clone stamp tool. And here it is right here. Click on that. And you're going to want to really watch where you're cloning and start where there's a good edge, and Alt and left click. Now what you're doing is you're telling your clone stamp tool where to get the pixels that you're going to be copying to another part of your picture. So you know it's going to be coming from there. So I'm going to bring this up here, and now I'm just going to click, and I'm going to drag this, and see this little arrow right here? This is what is going over here, what's being cloned. And just kind of go around very slowly till you get the part that you want. I can actually go and grab some more over here. But always be watching where your little arrow is over here. So let's go ahead and grab this. Alt, right click. See where your little arrow is taking those flowers from? And you can really start filling in where there's no flowers. You want to take your time though, because you want to make sure that the edges look good. You'd never know that these flowers weren't really there. And this is also another fun technique to use. So what do you think? Go ahead and try this on your pictures and add a lot of art to your photos.